in standard 7 by 10-ish. I think I did the first 7 standard examination when I was about 11. Got a pass. There weren't many passes, there were only about 2 or 3 children in school to pass, but I passed. I was the youngest of them, not only youngest, but the smallest. Following year, stayed there. 7th standard examination, did second 7th standard examination. Compulsory education to 16, and I 10, 11, 12. But fortunately, one fellow who was a pupil teacher either failed and dropped out or whatever. And they said, well, you have to be pupil teacher, you have to teach. So I was taken on in 1937, I think 1st of April, I started teaching.
So you weren't even 12 yet then?
A little over 12. So I went on there to teach in this place. I have the responsibility to teach a class. Some of the fellows in the class older than me, you know.
Which school was it?
Charleston Boys, same Charleston Boys. But you see, we had a headmaster who was trained in Jamaica. We had 2 assistant teachers who were locally qualified, and the others were pupil teachers. I mean, serious understaffing, you know, and lack of training and stuff. And so I went into this building. I had my class where I had to teach the 2nd standard. You teach 8 to 12. You are going at 8 in the morning. The man said, give me some lessons, 8 to 8:30. Prepare for school, teach during the day. At the end of the afternoon, if he had time, he spent a little time with me. They give me something and so on. And we had the pupil teachers' examinations. Now, we had 1st year pupil teacher, 2nd year pupil teacher, 3rd year pupil teacher. And you had to pass each one before you went up to the other. If you fail once, you were given a second trial. So some people took up to 6 years to become junior assistant teachers passing through it. Others moved too rapidly. But I was glad when they put me on to teach, because I didn't want to teach. I wanted to sail. I had an uncle, George Johnson, who used to work on the Ursula, in Thailand boat, under Anslin. And the other uncle was the coxswain, Jimmy Johnson, working the rowing out the boat to people and stuff, admitting vessels, and he had a sailboat. And I used to go around with him in the boatman. Boat was the thing I thought I could do, not teaching and them kind of things. So when I heard now, as a pupil teacher, if you pass the 3rd year examination and you come 1st in Illywood, you get a scholarship to Trinidad. I said, beautiful, that would suit me. When I get there, I gone. The beauty of that is I went to the 1st examination the 1st year, and I failed my only examination which I have ever failed. Failed in quotation marks. I failed in arithmetic. I got 47 out of 100. You had to pass every subject over 50. I got 47 out of 100 and I failed. But the amusing thing was, arithmetic was one of my best subjects. And while I was in there doing the examination, an old fellow, the invigilator, S. Donald Morton, young Dore, don't waste time, you know. Don't waste time, you know. Arithmetic is finished, sir. But go over them, and went over them already, sir. Come now from his perch and he take out the paper, he look at it, coughed it off something, went back up. At the end of the day, he congratulated me. He said, you can get 100%. You see, the examination paper had an inscription at the top, a direction. All necessary working in connection with the examples will appear on the paper. On the other hand, work which could be done mentally should not appear. I did a lot of mine mentally. Write down the answer. You know? I mean, even things like a square or something or another, and the largest possible circle inscribed inside it, what's the area of the space outside the circle and thing and so on. Multiply them thing there, and subtract and so on, write down the answer.
You did that mentally?
Yeah, but there's so much there to do. 25 feet by 20 feet is 500 square feet. Or 25 by 20 feet, 625 square feet. You know? I did a lot of my stuff like that. Well, the next year I went back to examination. I didn't work with them. I just read it in the paper, 100% everything. And after that, all of my exams, you know, nearly top of the Illywood. I'm really top of the Illywoods, coming 1st in the Illywoods. We have students from Dominica, Antigua, Barbuda, Montserrat, St. Kitts, Nevis, and Willa, and Tortola. Possibly something like about about 200 people competing. I took the first place. The year when I failed, I got more marks than the fellow who passed first, who came first in the passes. I got 47 in arithmetic. I got a higher mark. I never failed in an examination since then. By looking to come first in the thing to go Trinidad. When I sat the third year and came first in the levels, they changed the examination, the scholarship to the year above, the junior. Next year I sat the junior, they changed the scholarship from junior to third class. Next year I sat third class, they changed the scholarship from third class to second class. When I sat the second class, they said they stopped giving scholarships that way. They're selecting people to go on top.
So you never got to Trinidad?
Yes, eventually selection to Trinidad. But by then, I was already a head teacher. When everything come free, you know.
How long did it take you to become a head teacher?
I went to New River in charge of the junior school in January 1946.
You were 21 as a head teacher?
Yeah.
Remarkable.
225 children in the school.
That's my school.
Technically, the school was a school of 270 pupils. And it had a headmaster, Charles Richards. But he was up in the old building with 45 children. And he put me down in the new building with 225 and the staff down there to run what's going on down there. But that was a very good thing for me. For when the British sent some educational advisor down to look at some new schools that they constructed, the one at New River, one at Molyneux here, one at Keon here. The man came out to the school, he saw me operating there, and he came out and told them about the new headmaster, the young headmaster Dore, working wonders with the school. The headmaster up in the upper, but he ain't know about that one. So I was fortunate enough. Well, I got selected to go to Trinidad in 1949-50. And I covered myself with honor there. I got a certificate which says, ability as a teacher exceptional. The people tell me they had not written that on anybody's certificate before. I could have stayed in Trinidad then because the first 8 people, I came second in the other examination. 1 mark behind the fellow came first. But one of the subjects for 50 marks, which wasn't compulsory, optional, I did not attend. I went on an outing with some people. So the fellow who came first, he always tell me, he said, boy, yeah, I meet you, you know. Because you had come to that thing, you even get 2 marks. In the other big. He went on to become Chancellor at the University of the South Pacific, Secretary of the Commonwealth and all kind of nonsense and so on, so same chap, Dr. Joseph Morange.
Okay.
But the 8 top people in that examination that year were given scholarships to the University of the West Indies. I came out to sing a sword because I wanted to go back to Brown Hill. I wanted to teach in Nevis.
So when you came back, they sent you to Brown Hill?
No. Some people in Brown Hill wrote to the inspector school saying they want me back in Brown Hill. Send me West End Angular.
But you had taught at Brown, you were headmaster at Brown
Hill for 2 years.
Tell us about your experience at Brown Hill.
Oh, Brown Hill? Oh, Brown Hill was an interesting place because it was a self-contained village. People worked hard, they did cotton, provisions, milk. They sent a lot of milk to St. Kitts in those days. Oil tins, the milk would come home from Brown Hill every morning on boats to St. Kitts to sell. They sell you scoop of milk for what do they sell for. They planted cotton and they did fishing. But they were preoccupied with smuggling.
Smuggling?
Smuggling, yeah. There was a fellow called who was over there, the Lord of Brown Hill, and he would underwrite the boats and so on, and fellows go down, smuggle them, they catch them and lock them up. He would provide the lawyer, so they fine them 50 pounds, and we just pay the fine, they go out, smuggle again in the night to bring back some money to pay back our money.
What kind of goods did they smuggle?
Oh, anything. Anything. Both people used to come from the boats from the Ursula. Used to do a Tuesday, early morning down to St. Kitts and back in the afternoon, a double trip. And people used to come from St. Kitts to go out to buy.
No, but you said they smuggled. So where did they go to get the smuggled goods?
St. Martin, St. Bart's and St. Martin.
What did they get from the...
Red cock, blue cock, creme de cacao, creme de banana, cloth, serge, dungaree stuff, shoes, and liquors, other liquors. Anything you could smuggle. They used to smuggle it in the Brown Hill. And the government thought they should put a police station over there. Unsuccessfully. They built foundation for the police thief the stone in the night and they put a watchman, a stone watchman. Eventually they never built, I don't know if they have any there now, but in my day, no police station in Brown Hill.
They were dissuaded, huh?
Yeah.
Was there any illegal immigration as a result of the smuggling?
Not really, you know.
Did people go on the smuggling trips and didn't come back?
Sometimes the boats got lost. There was a boy, a young fellow, who died out on a smuggling escapade. But apart from that, they go buy, carry on money, buy stuff, come up. And they supply other parts of Nevis and St. Kitts. They have these connections.
So, was Brown Hill your favorite place to teach?
I had no favorite place to teach.
Okay, tell me about working at Gingerland Boy School. What was...
7 months.
7 months. What was Gingerland like?
Hectic. Because I think they were kind of half running wild. And I had to try to kind of rope them in and pull them back in tightly. But it didn't take long. By a week. And they understood they had to study line. And some good creatures came out of that, like Libody, Dr. Chapinad in Nevis, and Alfred, and those Cyril, yeah, all those people. They were in the top class around about 6th, 7th standard. But I only spent 7 months there. I introduced the games, you know, indoor games, drafts, snakes and ladders and stuff for the children to recreate themselves. And I got a friend of mine, Simon Hunkins, to help me to build a table tennis board and introduce table tennis. Make some wooden bats and started playing quick playing games. They had no games before that.
Okay, so was teaching in Anguilla, was that comparable to teaching in Nevis, or was there any difference?
Anguilla was a benighted countryside. I mean, to me, there couldn't have been any worse place they could have sent me in the Leeward Islands than send me to Anguilla.
Why is that?
Well, man, the school is in a little area, and there are 2 villages on either side of it. I don't know, half of the children were in the junior standard when I got there. School had 128, and 60 of them were in the junior standard, the bottom. I had to change that, swing it around, start pushing people, push them up and so on. But we made good out of it because we reached to the point where we got 8 standard 7 passes there in my 2nd year. In a roll of 128.
You seem to have had a knack for, you know, creating an atmosphere of discipline and educational excellence in the schools that you taught. I've heard people talking about the way in which you, quote-unquote, tamed the Bastille Boys School.
Oh.
Can you tell us about that?
Well, we'll tell you a little about that.